let's bring this meeting to order. Please stand. Do we have any correspondence or public participation at this time? All right. New business, employment.
Okay, I've got 3 classified. Do it one at a time. Okay. Recommending for hire for the 25-26 school year. First, Brianne Palmer, food service.
I move the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves Brianne Palmer food service for the 25-26 school year. Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any public comment on this? Angie, you second that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any further board? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next recommendation is Lyric Eden for route bus driver.
I move the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves Lyric Eaton route bus driver for the 25-26 school year. Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any public comment on this agenda item?
Larry's a volunteer football coach at the high school. He had his CBL, he had his endorsement, and he's gone through the steps. He'll be the number 2 route bus driver. So we'll have 2 buses if we're able to hire him.
Okay. Any further board?
I think we need like confetti poppers.
We'll know pretty quick here, yeah.
I heard that he might possibly have a PE endorsement and driver's ed. So we maybe pursue that a little.
Possible.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, one more. Heidi Becker, district paraprofessional.
I move the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves Heidi Becker district paraprofessional for the 25-26 school year.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any public comment on this?
I've met with Heidi and I think she will fit in well to the high school and fill in that we have in helping some students.
All right. Any further board? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiffany?
Aye.
I'll abstain. Thank you. All right. 4.02.
All right, recommending for extracurricular this upcoming school year, Maggie Hellier for the CHS head cheerleading coach and the homecoming being done in the fall. And I'll just do our two recommendations here for the coach for the winter, also for cheerleading for Maggie.
I move that the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves Maggie Hellier, CHS head cheerleading coach, homecoming, fall, and winter for the 25-26 school year.
Second.
Okay, motion second. Any public comment on this?
Maggie worked with the girls last year, I believe, as an assistant, or she was with them. She has familiarity with them, so I feel that it's good consistency for the girls going into this year.
Any further board? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next recommendation is Brandy Charette for FBMS assistant cross-country coach.
I move the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves Brandy Charette, FBMS assistant cross-country coach for the 25-26 school year.
Second.
Okay, motion second. Any public comment on this?
Brandy's stepping in to help this year. She's doing us a big favor to help us out at this position.
I agree. Any further board? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye. 4.03,
Okay, we've got two substitute, district substitute recommendations. First is Lyric Eaton and Erica Drake.
I move that the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves Lyric Eaton and Erica Drake as district substitutes for the 25-26 school year.
Again?
okay, motion and second. Any public comment on this? Any further board? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye. Policy 2421,
Okay, this is second reading. Let me see, promotion retention. And if you remember, this was the one that came to you, and the main difference, came in June. Main difference is the teaching staff and building principals will make final decisions respecting promotion or retention. A couple other edits from the state.
I move the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees approves the second and final reading of recommended changes to policy 2421, promotion and retention.
Second.
okay, a motion and second. Any public comment on this? Any further board? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye. 4.05,
Can I take this one?
Let's take this.
Take this one.
annual meeting in June. This year's annual meeting was canceled due to lack of quorum requirements to conduct business of the association. The bylaws provide an alternate process conducting voting on associations other than the membership meetings as follows. What's the big reason? You are not voting on your district's FY27 dues, rather this is FY27 dues revenue estimate that is calculated pursuant to the MSBA bylaws. What are we really talking about
We're
here?
approving their bylaws and guidelines that we have to do every year.
And then you're voting for president and vice president.
Yeah.
So that second sheet that I think is attached.
Yep.
Looks
The
more
vote?
like you're voting, so you
Yep.
get a consensus and then I'll go back and vote for you.
Okay. So we need to complete that.
So do we support their principles and guidelines as presented?
Yep.
Nothing's changed.
And then foundational elements of MTSBA organization DNA as presented. That's that circle chart they have,
Yeah.
okay? Dues revenue estimate. I don't think that's changing.
No.
No. So, yes,
It doesn't have to do with like ours.
right,
It's just
it's just their
theirs.
stuff.
Their stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we approve Crystal Zentner as MTSBA president-elect? Looks
I think so.
looks like there's no one running against.
No.
No. And then vice president Rick Cummings.
Yep.
Okay,
We're just- I love these because it's like, what,
We don't have choice.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't even know why it's gonna come up.
so I think you can just direct Brittany to respond accordingly.
And we'll fill it out and I'll get it back to you. We'll be done.
It's just electronic, so I took
Yep.
your votes right here and then I can just go in and do it for you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks, Britt.
Yep.
Four point oh six. House Bill 22.
Then we need to,
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this bill amended 20-9-116 MCA to require school districts when providing notice of intent to impose an increase in a non-voted levy to give notice of estimated impacts of increase or decrease on homes valued at 100,000, 300,000, and 600,000. In order to be consistent with the amended statute, we're recommending adoption of amendments to policy 1014 FE and adoption of an updated 1014 FE F1, which is here.
So we don't already have that policy, I don't think.
Not this one, right?
Kind of one of those that we already do, but up to you whether you wanna, they just changed the values on the homes. It used to be 1, 2, and 3, I believe, and then they changed to 1, 3, and 6, but we do already comply, so it's kind of up to you guys if you wanna adopt it or not.
I don't think we need to adopt it,
I don't think so either.
unless you guys want it in the policy manual for any reason.
No, and just to kind of, as we go into these new policies, I'm just gonna bring them here,
Okay,
unless told not to, because it's more work session-y, to discuss it. You know, I don't want it just to be me, but if you want to have different direction, that's great too. But as I read through a lot of these, it's just kind of, it is that way. Does the board want it? Does the board not? So I'm just bringing them, because I know we got like 14 of them back in June, and Tiffany and I both read it and said, you know, these have a time-sensitive date, was the way Tony put it in there, of July 1st. So I kind of, I get them all on here, but then I don't have necessarily all the time either to really dig into them. So just so we're on the same page, this is kind of like, okay, if you need more direction, like you said, or think from us or to go back, I'm not looking at like, this is the final, I have to have these, or I want these, or Brittany wants these, someone would do, but anyway, so that's kind of why sometimes it's a little bit like iffy for all of us to talk about.
okay. We could probably put them in the work sessions section.
Yeah, I
too.
thought about that as we got going.
That way we don't have to take action on all of them, but.
Yeah, I told Chris that too this morning. I said, you know, what I'm learning is these are more, I would like to see them as like discussions. And then, yes, Scott, move further with this one or not this one, or bring it to the next meeting, so. Okay,
I think her thought there was she was trying to eliminate the double, you know, she was trying to eliminate bringing it for discussion and then having to go back and put it on for an action and then having to do it again as an action. I think that's why she put it on.
and it is that way. I mean, and then like with those ones that came to us a while back, you know, it felt urgent. But unless it's really urgent, I'm told it's required if they're recommended like they've been. I think that's kind of how I'd like to do it. That doesn't mean it's right. It could be back to bringing them the first time. But if we,
You know, it doesn't.
I don't know. Because some of them were forced to adopt anyway. Some of them are,
Required, we have to.
We're
These are
required
right, these are recommended. Yeah,
the recommended ones, I can see it both ways,
Yeah.
so.
because
Do
if
we wanna bring
anything,
it
then
up?
I'll slow down and I won't bring as many at once so that I have a more chance to run them by the admin team, for us to think about them before I bring them here. It might be 2 or 3, because they do a really good job on some of these. There's a couple I held back that we need to do a second reading on, or maybe a first, that are more important to us. These are ones that are coming from MTSBA.
I think I recommended, you and I and Tiff should probably just talk through that. And I think if the 3 of us think it should be, then we'll put it on the agenda. If not, we'll just kick it.
Yeah, let's do that. So do we want to go through all of these this time as action items? Or do you want me to motion to move them to the work session?
I'm fine with that.
Are there any that have to be done tonight? Because
No,
we could just talk through them
None are
all.
required.
All of these are all recommended.
we're all recommended. Yeah, there's nothing really urgent, like 4.11 could spawn some discussion, but it's the forms. And we actually need to do the second reading of that policy before we even get to that one. There's nothing that couldn't wait to us to discuss some of those.
Because I think we can discuss
just-
them today. And then if we want to bring them back for adoption, we can do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel more comfortable with that myself.
all right. I move to move agenda items 4.06 through 4.17 to the work session section of the meeting, where no action will be taken tonight, but discussion will be held.
Second.
Okay, motion second. Any public opinion on this? Any further forward? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Aye. 418.
So I lost track where we're at.
Yeah, clear to the bottom.
4.07. Where do we go now?
4.18.
4.18. Now there it is. Okay.
Budget adoption, so.
You
Oh.
wanna read this one or you want me to?
Wow, my part came up really
Yeah,
fast.
it's,
now.
we
Thanks a
skipped,
lot, guys.
I passed all my stuff now, for now.
So OPI called me, they had a miscalculation in the transportation fund. I basically just had to put my numbers back in and then, it recalculated it. So what changed, I didn't bring the forms, but what changed and was the county on schedule reimbursement from the high school went from 47,000 to 16,000. The estimated revenues for the adopted budget went from 34,000 to 0. This caused a change in the mills in the high school, so I adjusted the budget from 250,000 to 240,000. It was a small change, so I felt like we could do that and not have to go back and levy the taxpayers for that small, just recalculation they did. In the elementary is kind of the same thing. It went from 48,000 to 0, but it did not change the mills, so I left that one alone. And the reason why it didn't is we had enough reserve fund balance in the elementary to cover that. And then, with our transportation, you use what we have carryover before you use any county or state. So that's when I say the on-schedule reimbursement is what we get from the county. So we always use our funds first and then they come in and help. So had to bring that back to you guys. If you guys make a motion to approve it, then I'll just print off a new thing for Steve. And today's the deadline, so it was perfect timing. Oh, one other thing. They gave us, I believe it was $480 of GTB money, which is like guaranteed tax-based money. It was another calculation error on their end. It just calculates automatically. It's an error. They haven't cleared it up yet, but I've done the calculation. It won't change our mills at all. It's just a very small number. So once they do fix that, I don't feel like I need to bring it back to you guys. But just to let you know, that was in the high school budget. That will not be there once they fix the issue on their end. So, and it wasn't fixed today, but I noticed, so I couldn't bring it to you clean. So, okay, those are just updates for the budget.
Perfect.
I move the Colstrip Public Schools Board of Trustees adopts the following budgets: elementary budget 25-26, 0796, and high school budget 25-26, 0797.
Second.
Okay, motion second. Any public comment on this? Any further forward? Francis?
Aye.
Sabrina?
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
All right, that moves us into the work session. Transportation and facilities. That's you.
Had a pretty busy summer. My crew and custodians and painters did a really good job this year. They did a lot of work, a lot of painting, got some carpet in the middle school, a few updated things there, updated a couple of bathroom partitions, put some flooring in the art room upstairs. Got the showers stopped leaking at the high school. We're getting some lighting going for the gym right now, so we'll be good to go before we even host a home game. And then other than that, all of our buses went up for their yearly inspections and everything. I just got 3 more to get back, but we're doing this week, so 2 of them this week sometime, so.
They all passed.
Was that all the buses, like the charters and how many buses do we have total?
Counting the little white ones, 11, 12.
Take out the little light ones, what do we got?
9?
9?
How many of those are charters?
3,
So we have 6 yellow buses.
correct, and a handicap bus.
Do we need all 6 yellow buses?
3 charter buses, sorry, I'm trying to write this down. 3 charter buses, 3 white buses,
2.
2 white buses,
1 handicap bus and 5 regular buses,
1,
or 6 regular buses.
4 rear engine and 2 conventional.
6.
Seating capacity is like 5 different from the conventional and the rear.
Are there any of those that we never drive?
Yeah, I guess. We got one of the rear engines that hardly ever gets drained.
Should we sell it?
We should keep one for a spare.
So if we have 2 routes consistently, I mean, even if we had 3 routes consistently, 4 buses would be the max we would need to have a spare
Of the yellows.
of
Of
the
the
yellows.
and we have 6 yellow.
Yeah, we want to keep a spare conventional as well, because that would be the one that Tony would take on the dirt road, because going on dirt road with a rear engine bus is not a good plan.
So could we just keep 1 conventional as a spare for either route?
Get a little tight, depending on which route we're on.
You see where we're getting at though.
Yeah,
Already had to send a yellow bus for activities,
yeah,
Oh,
which we have had to do, so.
yeah, because I think like middle school track uses a yellow bus now because of their number.
Just a thought.
I'd like you to think about that for next month. And if there's something that you think we can do away with, we are
Mm-hmm.
a little heavy on those buses. I understand having spares, but if there's something we can do to help get rid of something, I think we should
Okay.
take a good look at that.
We run 1 rear engine right now and 1 conventional.
Right.
So we would just need 2 rear engine ones.
Well,
One
maybe
plus a
one of
spare.
each, maybe a
Right.
conventional and a rear.
Right, but that would mean we could sell 2 buses, 2 of those rear engine ones. Because we only run 1 versus, and then you have 1 spare.
Think about it.
Absolutely. Will do.
Okay.
I mean.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. Well, this leads us into policy.
No, it doesn't.
Huh?
Mr. Slater will present the athletic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm looking at the other side. Angie.
Your
Yeah,
time.
32 minutes.
32 minutes. Computer updates in 32 minutes.
Okay, as of last Tuesday, when I turned this in, we had 5 boys and 4 girls for cross-country at the high school. Football had 14 boys from Colstrip and 8 from St. Lebray. And volleyball had 29 girls. We did impact testing the week of the 11th through the 15th for all the athletes. The paperwork, the process we used for the paperwork worked very well. Almost all of our athletes were ready to go the day of the first day of practice. If there was a couple that didn't have it done, they were able to get it done that day before they practiced. So the procedure they used for the paperwork was handled very well. Had coaches meetings, the high school, parent meetings at high school and the middle school. And we did the cheer interviews, you all know that. Transportation, Don took me out when I first got here and did time and mileage on the second route. And then he took me another day in a Suburban. We took the first route and showed me that, so I'm getting familiar with that. And then we're still short drivers, you all know that. So that's important for
Side note, I like what that champ program did to move all that stuff ahead with the physicals, the concussion, all that stuff. That was a great program this year, I thought. I don't know if you're too familiar with it, but the PTs handled it.
I know Johnny's out there with the kids during the summer. Yeah, he did a great job.
I
We need
talked
to
to
keep
John.
promoting that and get that going. That was great.
He's gonna bring some information earlier, and we're gonna try to really promote that hard in the spring, because I don't think it came out soon enough. People already need some of them, so we'll get it out earlier.
I got to see my kids at lunch, and they were sweaty and red-faced and tired. And I was like, this is exactly what I want. Exactly.
And
They were
just so
beat.
respectful of the facilities, it was nice. They took good care of things, so.
So,
Okay, we could put all the back-to-school paperwork online like we have the sports paperwork,
yep.
because then I'm not sitting at every single school filling out over
Mm-hmm.
and over and over again.
We're looking into that. Admin team brought it to me last year. I'm very used to doing that for a long time. Then Evan has discussed it a little bit with me with the flow forms that we've signed up for this year, just the 1 year kind of trial. But we'd all like to do the online.
That
I
would be
would like to
great.
fill it out and press 4 times. Go,
Yep.
go, go, instead of,
It's in the works, it's in the discussion stages. It's not
great.
in the works, it's in the discussion stages, but
Okay.
you're not alone.
Good enough.
Misery loves company, no.
my hand cramped up so bad.
Yeah. And feel your pain.
Anything else?
Maintenance schedule.
Yes. How's that coming?
It's in the works. I've been busy.
I think it would be good to have one with this bond.
To present to people.
Yeah.
At least just a
Like a rough
overview.
overview, yeah, not anything that's
What does it
like,
take to maintain the turf field?
what it, if we're gonna have to, what schedule that's like.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was like a 6-month, didn't you say, a couple times a year or something?
Yeah, I'd like to see you and Mr. Slater kind of put something together. And I know, because we've had this conversation, I had it with Tiff. It's a lack of personnel problem right now. We still face that in everything we do here, right? We're always lacking personnel. And that brought up other things like trigger, right?
Mhm.
So you're stretched so thin, and we're gonna try to do this, and that's gonna be a hot topic, right? How are we gonna maintain this new thing, right? Without more people, exactly. So something we're gonna do. It's gonna be a topic of discussion for a while. So
And I feel like just something for us to put out there so that the community does see that we do have a plan in place to like support this $12 million bond.
Mm-hmm.
that includes trying to hire personnel as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to lay it all on you or the principals or anything like that. Like I said, it's a personnel problem first. So
But I think that the turf maintenance has been a big discussion with people. They want to make sure we
Mhm.
know what we're doing, we know how to maintain it, we know when. So if we could at least get an overview of what that looks like.
Can
show
you get it
people
to
that
us
we
by the
know.
next work session?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what
perfect.
what equipment we might need
Yep,
to purchase.
because I know we'll need that attachment thing. The roller thing to brush. Perfect.
The sweeper.
The sweeper thing, the little, yeah, that brush thing.
I learned Robert sweeps grass too. We sweep it all.
curbs too.
Yeah, other people do that. Hold it. Lots of cleaning and maintaining.
Thanks, Robert.
Anything else? I'm good. Policy.
You wanna go back to policy?
Yeah,
Let's go
there
back.
you go.
Mhm.
Let's talk about what you think we should.
Well, I wanna see what you think.
So the first one we had talked about, the 1014 FE, we said was really, we didn't really need, because we already do that, right?
And we haven't adopted it before,
Right.
so I don't think we need to adopt it.
So, since we moved that down to the work session, even though it's still an action discussion, can we just vote on it now? We can?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
No, we're not voting.
Yeah,
on
you don't
any of
have
it.
to,
You
you
don't
can
have to
vote to deny it
You
if you
don't
want,
have to
we've done
vote.
that before, or you don't have to vote.
We
You
don't
don't have
have
to
to
make a motion.
We don't, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if we needed a motion to deny it or not.
We just won't bring it back to an action item.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I've talked to Chris and Brittany and our new person Carrie. We want to really start keeping track. I know Tiffany had brought this up to you on Friday. Because what we get into is all these policies, and then for the last couple of years, there hasn't been a lot of follow-up as far as implementing them. So I guess, again, sort of my method to why I want to slow it down a little bit. And partly, like I said, me learning and how we want to operate, but we get going and then I get ahead of myself, or I did, I guess, on some of these that came to us at the end of the year that sounded really pressing, but necessarily weren't end of the school year anyway. But so we're gonna get a spreadsheet going with what's approved by second reading, what's not, and then go forward.
One of these policies allows us to get rid of that second reading.
Yeah, that's the last one. Yeah, I always brought that up then, but that's
And one will ask Steve to make a motion.
I know.
All for
I
it.
think
next
we
one.
definitely need that one.
I'll make some motions.
okay. So
So we're just gonna,
we're not gonna do anything with 406. I wrote it down.
Yep.
Not bringing 406.
Okay. So policy 1111, what's the change that needs to be made to that?
That's another elections one that, we do have that policy. So it says that, a trustee can, or a, candidate for election could come in at least 40 days before the election, and the law changed. So now it's no sooner than 145 days and no later than 85 days. So it went from 40 days before the election to 85. So, but that's legislation, so.
Mm-hmm. But if we already have the policy, I think we need to amend it. So let's bring that one back, edited, so we can
Yep.
see it in red.
I think that one is in red.
It is. It's in red.
not on mine.
Not on mine.
That's one of those attachments that looks like
Bulk
it's only the
documents?
second page.
Mhm.
One
Oh.
document looks like
It's
it's
just
just a
like
reference
a,
page.
it's like a Word document that's just a second page.
I think it's a Word document, and that's why it's coming over weird for you guys. We try to do, normally we try really hard to just do PDFs.
It
so that
looks,
you guys
only
can see it.
references, that's all that's
Yeah,
on
I
it.
see the whole thing, so I don't know. It must be a kind of a Word document thing.
Yeah, I see the whole thing too.
But yeah, we can bring it back. We'll bring it back.
Yeah, we just see.
Because just what you said is the part that's struck through in red.
Yeah.
No sooner than 145 days, so you can't see that. Huh?
Nope.
We'll fix that then. Okay. Okay, we'll bring that one back. Got it. I wonder if we can't see 1700.
I think it's a lot, because the one you mentioned, I can see the whole thing. So I think it's
This is
gonna
the
be a
same
lot of
thing,
them.
it's just a reference
Yeah, we
page.
only can't see that one either.
But we have this adopted, so I'm sure we have to make the change. But what is it?
There's a lot of changes recommended. on
Yeah,
So bring that one back then.
Let's bring that one back.
I read
redlined.
through all
Yeah.
of these verbatim, and yeah, there's anything that we wouldn't want to bring back. Some is just clarifying language, and
That's how most of it is, it's just clear.
yeah, this one, there's some broad statements and they get more specific.
Yeah.
So
Let's bring that back.
like what the board can do, instead of just say, it gives you options, it's spelled out better. Okay,
Same thing on the next one.
Well, I can see 3410,
Yeah, but not
Yep.
the other one,
but
right?
not 2132.
Yeah, I can see 34.
is this the one about surveys?
No, this was the one about student health and student and family privacy rights.
2132 and 3410.
And we do have 2132.
Well, evaluation is just one of them, or surveys is, yeah, one of them. You can opt in or opt out of.
Yeah, we have both of those adopted, so we should probably
Look at the.
Change them.
changes.
Amend them.
Mhm.
Yeah, so if you want to bring those back as PDFs, we can see them.
Yeah.
And then 2162P1. I don't have anything on that one, do you?
I don't have anything either.
2162P1.
Oh, okay, so this was the one I talked to Carrie a little bit about. It was put in with 26-112. It should have been put in with 2162. If you look at that, you'll just see the little flip with the editing error. So it should have been 2162, so I was gonna bring that next time.
Okay, because we don't see
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, so she left it off. I talked to her, when she'd made that error Friday, doing all of these, or Thursday, anyway. So I said, well, we'll just bring this one back, since it wasn't attached at all. There was that little mix-up, which policy it was, so. It'll be the 504, some clarifying stuff on that, yeah. And that came from just US Department of Ed, so that's a pretty easy one to bring back. You need to. The next one were the forms that we don't have any forms. We did do a first reading on this, and this is the one that I'll bring back for a second reading next meeting along with these forms. Do we have a policy?
I don't see anything.
You don't see those attachments?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They're just,
It's the same thing.
it's the same thing.
Okay.
When I was at home, I have Microsoft Word on my computer, so I was able to pull them up, but I can't see them here. Yeah.
Oh, that must be it. You guys must have that word on there. Okay. But that's what they are. They're forms to align with the policy, and then the policy, this is one that I wanted us, I'll get it out to you, so we can talk about it a little bit ahead of time.
Okay.
Okay. Derek and I have looked at this one quite a bit, discussed it at great length, at least today anyway.
Okay. 3210.
We do have that one adopted.
Okay, this should have been a second reading. Is this a Title IX? I'm just opening it right now.
Yes.
Yeah, this one should have been in as a second reading.
I
Yeah,
don't see
does
the
not
Title
approve
IX
the
though.
second and final reading. Yeah. Can we do that then, this one, since it's a second reading in a work session?
Do you have any red lines on your, we're not seeing those.
I don't see neither.
Yeah, this was I guess we could bring it back to you guys. It was the one where we were pretty general as far as our Title IX.
Can you pull it up on this?
That was quite good to do that. Which one?
3210.
Yeah, 3210.
It's actually, we wanted to get a little bit broader because the one we used to have said it is the, high school principal and middle school. And last year with elementary principal and middle school. So this came from the MTSBA where they just say, fill it in. It says title, it's blank, office is blank. I brought this one back. This it is say a second. I don't know why it got moved down. We're breaking into people. We're all getting there.
So that's the only change is
It's not
not
designated.
specifying.
Yeah, it leaves it
It's
open.
left it blank.
Yeah, it leaves it open, so every year, we're not pigeonholed into a certain administrator. It could be any administrator.
Okay.
So at any level.
Let's bring that one back. Red line. And then I can't see anything on the next one. 3510.
Turn that one up, see what it does. This is the extracurricular one, yeah. Do we look for the, just the ring markings or? Yeah. Okay, so got that there. There we go. District may prohibit or restrict the participation in extracurricular activities of a student attending a homeschool based on one or both of the following factors: the student status as a United States citizen and the student status as a Montana resident as determined under provisions of 11215. That was the main piece of that. There was some other wording you saw optional, but that was the longest in this one. I don't know why we wouldn't. Yes.
Yeah, bring it back. That's the one we were talking about the other, on Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think this needs a little clarification too, if we have to give each sport a specific gender.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So if we give football co-ed, because we have boys and girls playing that sport right now, does that throw us out of our ratios for Title IX?
I don't know what our ratios are right now, so.
I think we're even right now.
It doesn't have to be X number of boys and X number of girls, it's total participants.
Okay,
So we've always been okay. Like when we dropped softball, we were still okay because total numbers were equitable.
Total number of sports or total number of individuals?
Total number of male versus female participants.
Participants, yeah. I was thinking this was our other policy, but yeah.
how close does it have to be?
We've never been questioned,
Okay,
so. And I think as long as we're within, like if it was off by 30 or 50 or something, I think that'd be an issue. I think if we're off by half a dozen or a dozen, we're okay.
Yeah, that's something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, is there anything else on that one? Okay, yeah, I think we can bring that one back. Actually, go back up a little bit, go down. What are those optional things up there?
Oh, 8th grade participation.
Oh, okay,
So you know how we go to 8th grade with some sports or, yeah. I wasn't sure on this because we do with some and not with others.
We've already established those numbers, so.
yeah, we have
Yeah.
numbers established for each specific sport, so I think in our policy, we do need to have 8 through 12, just because some of them we do allow. And then what is the next one?
Then it covers, I got you, it covers 8, yeah.
Oh, that's probably the one we need
That's
then.
when we need the second one, C.
Option C.
Yeah. Not B.
No, need C.
Okay, so C is consistent with our policy that we made. And then can you go down again? So what is this saying? If you homeschool in our district, but you're not a United States citizen, we don't have to allow you to participate?
Well, you have to be registered as a homeschool as well, right? That's what we were talking about the other day. And we wanted clarification on some of those policies,
Okay,
so.
and then the student status of a Montana resident as determined under the provision.
Those ones are simple.
Yeah,
There's another policy that
okay. Okay,
we have to look at.
bring it back.
Isn't the law that you don't have to be registered as homeschool 16 and up in Montana?
But there is a policy that lets the principal, correct me if I'm wrong, make that determination if we're gonna let. And that has to go with part-time enrollment. And whether they're registered as a homeschool or not, there's some clarification in there that we wanted before we decided on what we're gonna do as a policy.
And that's, we really need to work on that clarification, because what I was told was that they were not registered as homeschool students. We did not have to accept their credits.
Correct.
So,
Like I said, we've asked to get clarification from MTSB on that.
And that will come back on a different policy.
That will come back on a different policy.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just Friday, we discussed that, Robin brought it down.
Yeah.
I think that's an MHSA question also.
Yep.
Can they participate in athletics if they're not enrolled in homeschool?
Well, MHSA has policies that I looked at that define that pretty clearly.
They've worked on them, so,
Mhm.
and I need to look at them more closely, but that's on our list.
Yeah.
So,
I just want to be well informed before we,
absolutely.
you know what I mean? Because that could open up so, okay. 12:10, we don't need to bring that back.
Till 10.
That's the fourth chair.
Yes, we do, but
Yeah,
we're on 10,
we actually do.
we're on 10:09 FE though, so don't try to.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't see the red lines on this one.
I think this one you guys already said no, you denied it in July.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, 1009 was not approved by the board at the July meeting.
Okay.
Now.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally for bringing this one back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Bring it back. No choice anyway.
I never
Could
understood
be a
this.
split vote, you never know.
I never understood it anyway.
He can vote, he just can't motion,
Motion.
but he can second,
Right.
so now he can motion.
Thanks.
If it passes this board.
It's gonna make sense.
I expect you to start typing up more.
Yeah, you're gonna do all the motions. Yeah, let's bring that one back, 100%.
100%.
Well, we can actually do it now.
I already motioned that there would be no action.
No
on
action.
these items.
Oh, that's what I was asking earlier.
So, yeah, we'll bring it back on the next work session.
Okay.
What was it, 1310?
Sabrina mentioned this one already too.
I can't see it.
This is the how many readings?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How
Yeah.
many readings does it take to, get to the center of a Tootsie Roll ball?
Let's bring this one back.
Yes.
To get this done.
Yeah.
That one's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only one that really makes sense to me. It's like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this is the one, I looked at the policy too that we have in place. Yeah, because what we have in place refers a lot to committees and the way it used to be done.
mhm.
So I want to actually get that out there too, not just what they proposed, so we can kind of look, we do it completely different than, this one actually is really pretty similar to how we're doing now. Anyway, yeah, we need to bring that back for sure.
I would say choose like half of those that you want to bring. And then the other half the next meeting.
The ones that we.
That way it's more manageable.
Yeah.
They would always get mad at me when I was bringing 1,000.
It's never ending.
It is never ending.
It's never ending with no discussion. It's just,
Mhm.
most of them you have to do this. So it's like,
Yeah.
why do we even have to have, if we have to do it, let's just
Do it.
Just do it. We don't have to talk about it.
I was surprised there weren't more required. They said it was passed through legislation,
Yeah.
and they're all recommended, but then they said you have to follow legislation anyway.
Mhm.
So that's where I felt safe, back in June with bringing those ones where he said by July 1,
Mhm.
but
Jen, did you have a
we
question?
need to discuss.
I think you guys also need to look at 1310-P1, because that's the procedures that outline how, because it says it goes to the board for first reading and then it must go for a second reading to the board. So that 1310-P1 is the operating procedures on it. So if you're going to change 1310, then 1310-P1 also needs to change.
I got an and, because one of them talks about too, where you take it back to the constituents that you're representing, and that's the P1, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That's what I was alluding to.
$36.12.
Oh, this refers to AI, dishonesty, was kind of added, let me see, Evan, down up there, yeah. Dear to Evan's heart, technology policy. There it is. I can't read that. Uses that violate the academic honesty requirements of policy 33.110P Part 2, including but not limited to use of district networks or equipment to access artificial intelligence or other online resources without prior authorization of the classroom teacher for the purpose of engaging in academic dishonesty.
Yeah.
Used to be called cheating.
So we can't let AI write our papers? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Don't get Angie started.
Without prior approval. Angie, this doesn't apply to you, so you're okay. You're off the hook.
We don't have 3310P2. We have 3310F1 and 3310. So we might need to adopt that if we're gonna talk about it.
What number are you on?
She went back.
Oh, right there.
That says, oh, okay,
3310
3310P2.
We don't have that in place, so we can't reference it.
I've got
unless
another
we
one of
adopt it.
those from last month too, we're
Okay,
on, so.
okay.
Not at all. Bring it back, okay.
Yes, bring this one back.
No change. Yeah, I like experience that. Bring half of those.
Yeah. We'll get the urgent and pressing ones. Like I said, this gives me a chance to go with admin team or admin people, like one of them dealt with. Today, we're looking at a lot with curriculum with Derek and I, so just depends on what it is, you know. Some might be like technology. Then it gives me a little chance to know which ones we want to really work on, put our time into.
I think the most pressing one is making sure Steve can make motions.
So it's all downhill for me
Yeah.
now, that from here.
It's good for you. 4.18.
Nope. 7.01.
What?
We're at
I think
7.01.
we did 4.18 is what they're trying to tell us.
We're down here.
We
Oh,
did it
sorry.
last year.
I'm still looking at these
Tonight.
policies.
Tonight's a
Keep referencing those.
test.
I have 2 minutes. Angie's like, you better get moving. 7.01. Evan, you got about
All right, I'll
15.
make it quick.
No.
Our big collection of e-waste was picked up last week, so the tech room at FBMS looks huge.
Nice, good.
It's like a mansion down there. It's awesome. Our rooms messaging app is up and running, so all the teachers have active classes, and I've seen a lot of teachers already utilizing it. And so now it's just gonna be more of reminding parents that the app is there to get them on. But it's pretty good, I think, with the amount of parents we have engaged in it and the amount of teachers that are starting to use it and play with it. Auto rostering is working for many of our online apps. It's just, I think that's a cool thing. We'll see how well that works, but it's helped get some of our classes set up automatically, whereas years before, there was a lot of work, hours to days that our IFs would go in and set up all these special licenses and classes. But that is now, many of them are running off our Infinite Campus roster, which is huge, because it's just boom, it's there. There's a new bus camera dashboard. Just so you know, our bus camera controls for the last couple of years have been pretty terrible. Like the camera itself records and everything, but accessing those camera files when needed is a pain. But the company upgraded that this last summer, and we upped for that upgrade, and so the principals and Rich will be trained on it, but it's super easy. I played with them today just to make sure the buses were capturing, and it's amazingly easy compared to what it used to be. So I'll train you on that. 911 caller ID was figured out this summer. That's been an issue since I started, and we figured it out. I had a lot of talks with CenturyLink to figure out what our numbers were supposed to be, figuring out old labels, and we've identified every 911 line at the building that the 911 calls go out on, and I've tested with the police department, and they can see what building it's calling from. We still don't have, for the principal's sake, we still don't have the ability to find out what room a 911 call came from. That's an extra thing that I'm looking into, but at least the police department knows what building it came from, and that's clear. Along with that helped me uncover many phone lines. We're almost done. Many phone lines, you'll like this one, many phone lines that have been in place for many years, but we're not using anymore. So I put in disconnect request after talking with central office. Those went into place this last month, so we're gonna be looking at like $743 savings per month.
Wow.
Now,
There you go.
those phone lines are gonna be gone. And they're just
Good job, Evan.
ones that they were just there and had been abandoned and nobody realized it. And then new Chromebooks arrived, except for kindergarten with touchscreens. Those are still on order, but all the other Chromebooks arrived, so we'll be getting those out. Rather, we'll get those to the freshmen maybe next week.
And they just need to bring the one they have.
Let's figure out how to walk in the hall. Yeah.
Question on your Chromebooks. Are middle schoolers taking them home?
No.
Nope, just high schoolers?
Okay, I'll check that.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. I was asked that question today. Do our middle schoolers get Chromebooks? I said no.
No, every classroom has Chromebooks for middle
No,
school.
but to take them home. I said, no, I don't think the middle schoolers are going to. We didn't do it.
We did last year.
Yeah, we did, that's what I told them. We didn't do it last year. I don't think that has changed.
It's wonderful. It's-
I'm sure it
I
is.
started
out
I
right
agree.
there.
I don't want my middle schoolers, but it's.
No, I agree. I think that was a very good decision to
It's
do with
it's
that.
even wonderful for the amount of Chromebooks we didn't have to replace this year at the middle school.
Yeah, I bet so.
There's less damage because they just stay in the classroom.
They don't look at them at home anyway. I mean, they just throw them in their bag.
They look at them about 1:00 in the morning.
Fair enough.
There are reasons why
They
they don't
don't
go
look
home
at
anymore.
them.
They paid to go home.
Good.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Thank you. Good job. 8.01. Centralization triggers.
So let's review the three we have, because not everybody can see that part.
Okay.
Significant loss of funding, such as the coal board mitigation block grant. And didn't we say if our levies don't pass
Yep,
2 years in a row?
Yep.
Because that should have been in there.
Mhm.
And then enrollment numbers that are less than or equal to 100 students in the high school, which would make MHSA Class C designation numbers.
I thought staffing was on one of those as well. It's not.
We went numbers and money.
Yep.
So something that's been brought up a lot is, along with this bond, with the maintenance and the staffing, right? We're having a hard enough time hiring certified. I think staffing has got to be one of those as well. If we can centralize, want to call it, and that takes care of staffing and maintenance issues, right? You take a facility out of that mix, that allows everybody to focus on 2 rather than 3.
So how would you word that for a trigger? Where would that point be that would cause you to do that?
I don't know.
Because these are very black and white,
Those are very black and white.
and I need that. Because and the reason we put the triggers in place is because we didn't want people nervous every single year.
Right.
Are we gonna have the middle school? Where am I gonna be working? Am I gonna have a job? We didn't want that. So we wanted black and white trigger points that people knew. if this happened, we're gonna centralize, or we're gonna combine schools. So if we're gonna do something like that, it has to be
Black and
definite,
white.
so people know.
How many students do we have at the high school?
We're still in flux, we're still waiting for some transfers in and transfers out, so we should be about 155.
Elementary,
Around 205, I believe,
205.
somewhere around there.
Middle school,
115.
115.
Bart, you said 205?
Ish.
Okay.
It's changing daily.
Showing 475.
Mhm.
So in the past, our trigger was high school numbers only. So maybe we need to look at district-wide numbers instead. And what that number would be.
I don't think that number's not necessarily the problem, staffing. You know, I mean, if we say it's a specific number, that's still gonna fix that staffing issue.
Exactly. I said, that's the point that keeps being brought up to me, you know, what are we gonna do about the staff?
I completely agree. I just want to make sure that we can word it in a way that is definite for people.
So if I could just add, I know that we've had this conversation in the past on staffing issues when we talked about this years ago when we were doing the centralization discussions. And I think that you have to be very careful on how you're going to word that, because then that also, as you're trying to avert the situation of scaring people, as you just got through saying, like every year, like we're gonna close down a school. So the same thing happens with staffing, because if you think about your secondary teachers, right, content area teachers versus your elementary teachers, then you start to cut teachers because of centralization. So that's also another discussion, because then you start to talk about riffing, which then seniority comes into place. So there's a big discussion when you start talking about the staffing. Because not everybody, let's say that you're in the middle school, some people have K-8 elementary degrees, and then some people are 512 content specific. And so where does that fit? So if I teach science, for example, but I've been in the district longer, then I'm gonna start riffing because of seniority. So if you're gonna combine that and you're gonna need to come over here because of numbers, then that also brings the scaring of staff. So just, keep that in mind too as you're moving forward with your discussions.
I also think that you as administrators need to be having those conversations though too. I'm not saying this board's gonna pull that trigger, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Well, I do know at the middle school, we've cut 2.5 teachers this year. We've lost 2.5. So, we're very mindful of that. I know we have that discussion with Mrs. Nance and myself on, what needs to happen there. So we're aware of that too. But, just to keep that in mind on how you guys want to move forward or whatever. So.
And I think the thought isn't necessarily cutting teachers, it's sharing teachers.
But
If we're
eventually
short.
one has to leave. I mean, because if you're short, you have 4 science teachers, let's say, and you only need 2. Where do the other 2 go when they're content specific? They can't go to the elementary and absorb that. Those are our concerns that we've had in the past as well.
We also have what's the electrical bill?
That was a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up again.
Just hit me real quick. $250,000 for the high school?
And that brings up another issue, so I came up here, and I haven't gotten to talk to Robert, it's gone, but, so Tom and I had to come up here to facing based on what's on here. Somebody I can't is
I'm not saying this board's gonna do it, but this needs to be, it's expensive.
Yeah, I think that, really good point with the electric. I don't know why there's some lights I think need to go to the system of the emergency, where they come on when you walk into the room, turn off. So we don't have some of those conveniences, so I'm constantly going around and turning off a few lights that are left on the coaches at night if I happen to go back up late in the evening. However, there are lights that are on, and they are the ones that are motion activated, and I don't know for the life of me why they're coming on,
That's
other than
exactly.
guessing on who's visiting.
I have been saying
As well.
I would like to look at adding, we have significant loss of funding, but I would like to see a significant increase in expenditures added on there, because,
They go hand in hand.
yeah, so if we could bring our strategic plan back, the whole thing, and get these added into that, and discuss at that time to add some things
I agree.
as an action item.
Okay. Anything else on triggers? Any comments? Okay.
I do have one comment, finding out with the move of the internet hub and the phone hub from middle school to the high school. It turns out our internet move is tied to our E-rate funding for internet service. So the earliest we could do that would be next year when our E-rate fund goes back out to bid for internet service. And then once the internet's moved, then the phone system could be moved over here.
So I think that still needs to take place regardless.
Yes, and my plan was to move the internet this summer, and then I found out that we couldn't because we were locked in.
Right.
Okay.
So all future years, until it happens, I'll make sure that E-rate funding specifically says that the internet hub is not dependent on one building. And it turns out E-rate funding says it has to be at middle school right now,
Okay.
just with how it's contracted.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? 8.02. Bond.
I got a question from someone, and I just wanted to know the best way to answer it. I wish I would have recorded Tyler at that community meeting, and I didn't take good notes. So, she asked me, how are we going to prevent settling in the future for the football field?
Most of that comes from the irrigation. We will not be irrigating.
Okay,
The overflow from the irrigation
Yes.
is sinking. Well, we're not irrigating the funds.
It adds to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keeps adding to it, adding to it.
so what are we doing? Like, how are we,
Well, and there's something,
I know there's
There's
like
a
a
word, hold on.
post-tension track,
That's the concrete post-tension.
but what about the field?
The field is gonna be crowned and the drain points are still good. It's just the settling all around the drain points. That is our problem. And with
but
the new
won't those
field-
be filled in?
So they'll come in and they'll level that all back out, crown that field. And then without the added irrigation and the
The
post-tension,
drain fields are working fine.
the drain fields work fine.
Excess.
Yes.
So the drain
It's the
fields. are
stuff that
still
doesn't make it into the drain.
The
That's what
overspray, you called
settles.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then she said, what was the issue with the bathrooms under the stands?
Oh, they've just been,
They just don't function.
they don't function
Yeah.
well.
Is there,
They
and
keep reach their end of life.
Yeah.
Is what,
the water just runs and runs and runs.
Yeah, there's so many broken and it's so much concrete, they would have to pretty much tear it down.
Yeah, end of life. They've been there.
Plus, we were so shorthanded with custodians.
Yeah.
We couldn't keep up, during games and stuff, so that's why. Should do some part-time.
It's been that way for at least, I'm gonna say, out of my 19 years, like maybe 2 years, we actually got to use them a full season.
Underneath,
Underneath, yeah.
Well, I mean, we would have them open. We didn't start bringing porta potties up until about 4 years ago.
I was gonna
So-
say, there was always plumbing issues with
Yes.
it, like you'd flush the toilet in the women's and it'd flood.
Yeah.
Cause it would,
but that plumbing will be taken care of with this new upgrade.
yes.
and I think that probably goes hand in hand with that maintenance thing, because I'm sure that the public is looking too, like, is that a maintenance issue? That the toilets weren't working for so long and the water's running? Or is it an end of life issue? That's the questions that I've been receiving,
Mhm.
so.
And when was this high school built?
I think it's 83.
Are you sure?
Yes,
83?
my first class to graduate was 84.
Okay.
Because I kept saying 86 and Robert kept,
No.
yeah, Robert kept correcting me, it's 83.
Did you ask AI?
I did, and it did not say, it told me when Shack was built.
Yeah.
And for the record, Shack was purchased from the school for $1.
Oh.
So I sold his bill bills for way more than $1. Even if we look at the future value of money, I probably came out ahead on that one.
We'll give it to you.
Thank you. Good.
And not to toot Shack's horn, but has anybody been in Shack? We just resided that, repainted it,
It looks-
refloored it.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
It looks
Did
really
an
beautiful.
amazing job on that, so.
Okay, for a $1 bill.
For a $1 bill.
Okay, great.
Do we want to have any more public meetings about the bond?
I want to do a walk and talk on the track.
Okay, so when do you think you want to do that?
February 2nd. I think you have all of September and most of October to do that.
Yeah.
And even into November.
Well,
I don't think the snow's gonna be
No.
bad anytime soon.
we want to do it before the bond.
That's true, so you
So
have
we really need to do
September
it like,
1st of October.
September 10th, Wednesday?
I bring my phones.
September 10th is a Wednesday, okay? What time?
6 o'clock.
Sure.
That'll work.
Bring your walking shoes.
And then we'll need to notice that there will be a quorum, but no official business will take place.
We'll just be racing to see who's fastest.
Meet on the starting line of the track.
So you can handle the,
Run the hills.
yeah.
Okay,
People need to come see it.
so September 10th, 6 o'clock at the track.
There is a home volleyball game that night at the middle school.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
So will that not work then?
I don't have middle school in my
Time.
calendar. Let's,
I don't know what time it starts. It's just on the.
what about Tuesday the 16th?
I want to say 5 o'clock. So they're only two teams.
Tuesday the 16th is middle school football versus Alder Grove.
I'm not on my calendar either.
I'm looking at the events on the Colstrip school.
The week of the
Oh,
15th is also calendar.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wednesday the 24th.
That's actually open. We have Montana Repertory Theater here earlier in the day.
What do you,
Like a 6 o'clock though?
Jen, what does it look like on your calendar?
Only during the day, that theater that Mrs. Mansell said.
That's honestly the only day other than Monday, the 29th, that there is not a sporting event.
September the 24th it is.
Okay.
I'll
6
have
o'clock.
to not be there. I'll be traveling forward. But y'all can go on ahead.
Okay. I can meet you out there and we can walk.
That's pretty far ahead of my schedule, but if I'm available, yeah, I'll definitely be here.
I'll for sure go with you too.
Scott, you walking
It's
with
a
us?
Tuesday?
No, it's a Wednesday.
Wednesday the
It's a
24th.
Wednesday. Yeah, get an invite out.
Okay.
Where I wish Chris was here, but anyway, have Chris get an invite out right away.
Is that the
so I can
only
get it
other
on
one we want to
calendar.
do before the 21st? Because I'm trying to get like some things printed and I was gonna print the dates on them.
I also reached out to the senior citizens. And then Daryl Bravick told me that their next meeting date is September 10th at 12:30. But he's gonna confirm with Jeannie.
Okay.
And as soon as he lets me know for sure, I told him I'd make sure a few of us would be there to talk. So September 10th, 12:30, tentatively for some of us to go visit the senior citizens.
September 10th.
I'm on travel that day. I'm pretty sure.
I am,
Can't go. You gotta go.
I am,
September 10th.
yeah, I'm out of state.
Okay,
I'll
well,
go with you.
I said I would be there.
I
Okay.
know my
I'll go.
Yeah.
that's on my schedule.
I
It's next
I have
weekend.
something that day, I know, I don't remember if I went to one. Or if Francis, if you wanna go, that's fine too,
Oh,
I,
we can all go.
yeah, we can't, all three of us.
We can go if we notice it.
Unless we notice it.
Got it.
Anywhere else you guys think we should go?
Well, the bond election is the 21st. That's the 10th and 24th. Should we do one final thing in October?
Before the bond election?
Sure.
The ballots go out on the 2nd.
On the 2nd. And people start voting right away.
Mhm.
So what about the 1st? What's on the 1st?
Jen?
Jen?
No school volleyball's at Lodge Grass.
It should be okay then.
Mhm.
I mean, if we can catch the middle school volleyball in the September one,
Yeah, right.
okay, what do we want to do? We want to meet at the elementary school for that one,
Is that the first you said?
October 1st?
Yeah, let's do a playground walk around.
Okay. Play date at the elementary.
And maybe
Work for you? What is the first?
Wednesday.
it's a Wednesday.
So Wednesday?
And then maybe we could look at the cafeteria stuff that we're looking at replacing, the seats. Yeah, that'd be good. 6 o'clock?
Yep.
Works for me.
All right, perfect.
So the pizza bar, 6 o'clock.
So I'll get those 3 dates, or the 2 dates, September 24th and October 1st. Right? I will put those 2 dates on the flyer because the senior citizen is just.
Private.
Yeah,
And
a private.
Nola told me to reach out to the Red Hats too, so I'm gonna try to do that.
Oh, that'd be good.
And I really will make buttons for you guys, I keep forgetting.
I would like a button.
I would like one too. So,
Perfect.
That's cool.
Have we talked about information booths at some of our larger sporting events?
it would be nice
Yeah, it would be.
for the home football.
Football games.
I would like some of those, just those big tents, right? So people coming in can get a visualization of,
Well, now that I
What this
have
might look
these
like.
dates, I think we're good on everything else, right, Brittany?
because is
No, I
Low Point
updated
the first one here?
Not this Friday, but next Friday. What'd you update,
Correct.
Britt? Sorry.
The
I know I have it in my email.
the number was wrong.
Auditorium project, that's
Where
right.
she had, yeah,
Okay,
the
so we just
auditorium
need to
project
put that-
wasn't advertised, and it also the number that she had a discrepancy on
Yep, that was it.
was just missing.
Yep,
So I
okay,
just pulled out the ballot language and confirmed.
perfect. So we'll put that one in, we'll put these dates in, and then Tyler and Rhonda, I think is her name.
Yeah.
They created kind of a really nice flyer too. That we'll put these dates in, we'll put this language in, because I told them I did want the itemized list. I want that on all the language that goes out, so that people know exactly where the dollar's being spent. And then we'll get banners printed. Again,
Could a couple of you be at the game, maybe at the table and hand those out?
yeah, I plan on
the
being.
Will Point game, I plan on being there.
Yeah.
too.
I'll be there too.
Can we move the big banner that's on the?
We're gonna move that one
concession stand
completely
down?
because it's incorrect.
Oh, okay. So do you want me to just take it down?
Yes, we can take that one down.
Or we
To
can
the-
hang it on the fence down there? so
The
people
homecoming
see it?
bonfire.
Yeah, we can take it to the homecoming bonfire.
Doesn't have to be-
You can do whatever you want with it.
Is that all the ones that you delivered to the school?
They are all incorrect.
Just some formality, small stuff, but they just weren't correct, so. I don't want, you're doing a great job on getting all that corrected, you and Brittany, so, yeah,
And
let's
you
just get
have-
the right ones out.
Several home volleyball games.
Yep.
Before that, the
Perfect.
first one is on September 4th.
And if we could get some of the more poster type ones, we'll put those up. and
Yep.
We have 2 co-op kids in the afternoon that could put posters up around school, or around town.
So what are we thinking? How many posters do we want? Like the posters are like the 11 by 15 or 17, yeah, whatever those are.
I mean, I could put 10 up easy up here.
How big's your banner?
Well, the ones that we had for the high school were
12 feet.
12 feet long.
That needs to go outside that. The
New one.
The new one, yeah,
Outside the gate.
for the football.
On the gate.
Yeah, on the gate.
And if
Then
you
I was gonna put one, I would like to have one at each school, but if the 12 footers are too big for the elementary and middle school, we can size it down to 10 feet or something that's a little bit,
Was the one you brought 12 feet?
yeah.
Yeah, if it was 10, it would be better. It would
10?
fit better.
Okay, so 2 10-foot. And then we need, I was thinking one at the gate, a 12-footer,
Mhm.
a 12-footer outside the high school. And then one on the fence there by,
the practice field too, is that what you were thinking?
no, I was thinking over the fence by the grocery store,
Where all those other banners
where all the
are.
other banners are.
And if you do one for inside, we can put it in the hallway outside the gym on the trophy
volleyball?
case or something for volleyball, then we don't have to bring it in and out.
So how many is that, 4?
Mhm.
Okay, 4 of the 12-footers. Okay, then how many big posters do you want?
The 11 by 17s,
Mm-hmm.
50.
I'd say 50 easily.
And then we need some smaller flyers that we can.
Well, these flyers, yeah, once we get these finalized, I'll just
Mhm.
send them individually to you guys to look over, but I was thinking 500 of those.
And then can we do a mailer, like we did for the explaining
Good idea.
Is that what that one is?
That's what this
It's a
is,
to every single
Full-
taxpayer?
to every single taxpayer.
Okay, let's mail those to every single
The
taxpayer
trifolds.
The trifolds. Mm-hmm,
with a letter from the board,
mm-hmm.
a week before, to arrive a week before the ballot.
So I need more than 500, because if I'm gonna pass some out at all of these meetings, and then we're gonna do them mail them out, we mail out 1,100 ballots, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is 50 posters enough if you send 10 to the plant and 10 to the mine and it's,
Things that, because you're only gonna put them in certain places where they're
right?
break rooms, elevators. We're not gonna put them out throughout the mine or
One
the
at the
plant.
grocery store,
Yeah,
one at the library.
East Hardware,
Mhm.
anyone that has a bulletin board, Subway.
The bond guy did tell me to just remind everybody that we're not advocating for a yes vote. You're sharing the facts.
Right.
And you're advocating for the bond, but no yard signs that say vote yes, okay?
Nope.
Just to be clear.
Can I put those on my Facebook post?
I did ask that because I did see yours.
Me personally can say
They
vote
said
yes.
you as you alone
Okay.
on your social media,
Yep.
that's separate. You're not.
I'm good.
But if you're a board
Alright.
member and you're sitting at a football game and you're acting kind of,
If I have my name tag on.
you're acting as probably a board member when you're out there. When you're on your social media, you're not.
Okay.
So just be careful with that.
Fine.
information purposes only.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah.
Impressions of yours.
Okay, I'll get these ordered then. Get these updates to this, get these ordered, and then, shouldn't take very long. It didn't take long. A couple days was the last time. And then,
Can you get those labels so we can mail?
yeah, we did that last time. We can do that. We can stuff and,
Yep, okay, I'll make a second set so we can do that again.
Okay. Then we probably need to draft a letter from us. We
yep,
can all
and then
sign
we're
it.
gonna have to sign it, yep, so it can be copied.
Next meeting.
That's you.
Okay.
You look so weird here. And then it looks at you.
I make a motion to.
Not
yet. Not yet.
Okay,
Pass that off to somebody else?
Is that- do that.
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
gonna say.
She's
You're gonna
been
pass
chomping
that
at the
off?
bit for this.
Hey, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'm ready to make that motion.
Put a note in
I
here.
just wanted to share one little side thing. I went to get some information from the Southeastern Montana Development Corporation, just about economic impact that school events have on our community. So they're just in process to get me some information. They also suggested though, maybe comparing with other schools like Baker who have posted things more recently. And yeah, if it's favorable, I'll share it. If it's not, well.
We'll throw it away.
I think it will be favorable. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Oh, and then again, any small business owners who might want to like say, this is what it does for my business, that's always great too. So if you guys know.
Community.
You can't advocate for a yes vote, you can't advocate for a no vote either, so
So
that comes back.
That's a really good idea though, to have small business.
Testimonials.
Yes, that's a really good idea.
With those figures.
I don't know if I need to bring this up now, but since we've got games coming up next week here, do we want some sort of advertisement talky thing at like at halftime of the football game or intermissions of volleyball, where we just say, the ball's coming up, make sure you get out and vote? Another way to advertise.
As long as we word it carefully.
Let you
Just
give us
vote.
the wording.
Yeah, just vote. We can,
But I'm curious.
And you could even encourage them.
Want to, you know, how you would want to word it at the events that we'll have here. So it's worded correctly.
And then if you want the kids to record some things, and Chris Rivera will be down here to do the football game, so he could do some recordings with the kids.
Can we do that? Can we have the kids say, vote yes?
Wait, well, the kids, yeah,
Yeah, because they have, I mean, the
they
kids
already
are,
did, I think.
yeah, they did once.
Yeah.
And those were really, I mean, a lot of people shared those and saw them,
Yeah.
and they were just really quick, not professional, but they loved.
Well, the kids, yeah, I got the kids. involved.
Just
They were-
coming out of the district as an employee of the district, I think we just want to make sure that wording is not going to get us in trouble.
So Tiffany, if you can help us with wording.
Serena, if you can help me.
You.
Just kidding. Yeah, I can help you. We'll get it figured out.
AI in it or
Yes.
Yeah, whole teamwork. We're not AIing this. This is coming from the heart. Okay.
You can ask, ask them to do a heartfelt.
Yeah,
That's
you tell me
legal.
how, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I would say AI is great for first draft. You
The
gotta know
letter.
what I have personality afterwards.
And Brittany and I work on it.
We are, 22 past, kind of like we do with the levy election.
Yeah, it's going to be really similar.
Yeah.
Wording
It's really
for
short
games.
tonight.
And then we'll just have to make sure that we all sign it so that we can get those printed and
Yeah.
we can stuff and.
Do you guys have a folder machine? Are those still a thing?
I folded every letter by hand.
Oh, really?
We do, but it takes like one sheet at a time. If you try to do multiples, it's not good.
Yeah.
So,
We
Yeah.
can hold some upstairs too, and we've got a co-op kid in the office that can help, so
No
and
kids.
the other two can help. Just-
If they can just fold, like I don't really want to trust a co-op kid to mail, but.
No, but they've got we've got a letter folder up there too, so.
That's always fun. Just kidding. Anyway.
Well, Rhonda's putting them together. I don't know how to. Tell them that I haven't folded.
Well, that would be FM that I would have to tell them fold it.
I don't know if, are they going to do the trifolds?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say I get you.
But I don't know if they can fold though.
No,
Yeah.
just the two of them.
I think it, no, I don't think they have a machine to fold.
I have a machine.
You do?
We'll get it done.
We'll fold them in. We do. so.
Mhm.
To fold 2,000 trifold flyers?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I just did 2,000 single fold 11 by 17s today.
See?
There you
It's all gonna work.
go. Okay. On Angie's behalf.
We lost her long